I asked on Facebook the other day what kind of videos people want to see, and I got a multitude of things, mod builds of course and all that other stuff. And somebody said we want a rundown on each one of your sleds. I'm going to do that. And today I have the IQR 800 here up at the property, and it's running like a beast. It's running really well. I say everything runs like a beast, but this one really does. I mean, it's really tight. Wasn't running so good last year. Had to do some clutching on it, and then I kind of found that I made a boo-boo. I think I forgot to tighten up the torque mounts inside this beast, and the whole motor was moving when I was hammering on the clutch or on the throttle. So we weren't getting our top speed like we were, and the belts just wasn't hooking up. I didn't know what was going on. And that was it. Torque stops. The torque stop and the torque arm that hold the engine in place when all that force between the two clutches try to pull each other with the belt and pull the engine towards the secondary clutch. That was the problem. I got the Jaws pipe in here and the can. It sounds so good. It's the Indy Specialty Motorsports long rod. Indy Dan made that for me. It's the 600 race bottom end with the 800 top end on it. You got to get the case bored a little bit, and Dan does all that. And it's just it really hooks up nice. Stock IQR gearing. I put the new Backcountry X2 track on it, and it really hooks up nice. We're probably going to stud it. It's got 2-inch lugs on it. Woody's has 1 3/4 studs, but they have these cool stud extenders. We're going to put those on. You can take them on and off when you want. So we're going to do that just to make it hook up a little bit better, because we're going to race it. Just put the SLP Mohawks back on it. I didn't like those race skis, those race CNAs. They're not good on the trails. They're not good for playing around. They're great for racing, I guess. I don't do that, like snowcross, but they're not good for what we want to do. So I got these on, and they're really nice. Of course, I got all my Power Mod handguards, the SG1s. They work awesome, keep my hands nice and dry. So I got this JS Power Sports bag that's made by Skins, but he's the only one that sells it, and it goes right on top of the clutch cover, so I keep all my stuff in there. And it actually keeps them nice and warm and dry, and I put my goggles in there when they get fogged. I keep a spare set, and they dry out really nicely as well. And of course, I put the Elka Stage 5 suspension shocks on it, front and back, and they're working really nice. We are going to do a video on how to adjust those. I need to do a little bit of tweaking on those right now. They're way too stiff. Did you notice that?
I didn't try it yet.
You notice it's pretty stiff, eh, the suspension? Yeah, so the suspension's pretty stiff. I need to tweak that a little bit. Got this vent kit. I put the vent kit on it. I don't know who made that. I forget who made that. And there's a bit of an intake kit here as well. And I've got the Trail Tanks conversion here. This is their trailtanks.net. This is their extended fuel tank. Actually, this one isn't the fully extended tank. I've got that on my other IQR. I think it holds 12.5 gallons. This one is around 10.5 maybe. The other one's much bigger. But you need that when you convert these over, because you just don't have the fuel capacity you need. And it also has a gauge right here. Check that out. That's where the gauge is. And I think that's it. I run Ultimax belts in it. Always have. Never had a problem with them. I blew one when I was acting a bit like a fool, and that happens. And that's it. We've got a lot of kind of bushwhacking miles on it. See how stiff that is. Oh, that is stiff. Yeah, a lot of bushwhacking miles on it, but it is the ultimate hot dogger. I do love this machine. It is a ditch banger. I'm gonna take it for a ride. You can hear it. You can hear this thing echoing through these trees. It sounds really good. Check it out. That is an all-out fun sled. I do need to soften the suspension, and it's only turning 8,000 RPM. And we were running into that issue last year, remember, at the races. And we were getting 8,000 of it, and I got to get 8,500. So I need to make a small weight change, and that's it. It's just good to go. It just sounds good though, right? How'd it sound going across there?
Awesome.
It does, eh? I know. It is a lot of fun. I'm so glad we got that. I'm trying to get the IQR axis panels for it from some friends of mine, so hopefully we can get that just to sort of spruce that up. It's a little wide in the front end, but like it's nice and short, and that's the way I like it. It just gives you the ability to see down nice and low, but even that axis chassis, I think it even shortens it up a little bit more, or the axis panels. I don't know what they're going to do next year, Polaris, as far as the chassis itself. They might change it, who knows, but I think we're probably going to see a lot more of the IQRs coming out with that axis panel setup. That's it. That is the IQR 800. Here, we didn't even expect this snow, so it's pretty nice. Hopefully we're going to get a little bit more. We're really tight and low on snow right now. It's just not near enough, so it's coming. You hang in there, everybody. I know everybody's a little bit depressed. It's not fun right now. There's not a lot of snow, but it's coming. I know it is. It always does. All right.